Hello, you guys. Look what I got. Ooh, what I got here. Hello, lovely people, and welcome back to the studio. First of all, happy Pride Month to you. I hope you are all doing well. I just got back from a little vacation on a beautiful island, Texel. It's an island in the north of the Netherlands, and I went there camping together with my boyfriend in the dunes, and it was amazing. I don't know if I pronounced dunes correctly, but it was lovely. Maybe you've seen it come across my Insta stories. And when I got back, this package was waiting for me. And today in this video, I'm going to do a little unboxing, show you what's in it and tell you a little bit about it. First, a little bit background information. This is a wheel from Vevor. Vevor is a brand that makes very cheap pottery products and also wheels. Normally a wheel is like 1,000 or even 1,500 euros. This wheel is 133 euros and they sent it to me for free to try it out and to tell you my honest opinion about it. I'm just going to tell you what I like about it. I'm also going to tell you what I don't like about it. I'm just going to be completely honest and see if it is worth your money and if I would recommend it and in which case I would recommend it. Maybe you've already seen a video that I did a year ago. That's when they sent me a wheel as well, but this time it's a different wheel. So we'll see how this wheel is, and later on in the video I will also compare both wheels together. It's actually standing here behind me and it worked a lot better than I expected, especially for the low price. So I hope this one will not disappoint either. So that's enough talking for now. Let's just open this thing up and see what is in it. I think it's a blue wheel. I hope it's a blue wheel. I like the color of blue, but we'll find out in a bit. So let's go. Et voila. Okay, so far it looks really good. It looks well packed, which I like, because this thing was not sent from the Netherlands or anywhere near it, I think. So it had quite a journey, but it all looks very safe packed. So we like that. I got a little book, a manual, so that's nice. Here you can see the insides. It looks very nicely packed. There's some extra paper packaging material on the sides to, I think, reduce plastic use, so that's nice. There is some plastic around the wheel itself, but I mean sometimes it may be necessary. Here I see a cute little pottery tool kit. It's, I think, the most basic beginner's kit with like a wooden knife, some trimming tools, loamers, a needle tool. That's amazing. I love that they just add that with the wheel, because then you can just buy a piece of clay and get started, and you don't have to look for all these tools separate from each other, and you just get them with the wheel. So within the price range and even getting a full pottery kit with it, I think that's amazing. I see the foot pedal thingy here. It looks the same as the one from the other wheel, so maybe it is the same. Mine did get a little bit more dirty, but it looks the same. The plastic is a little bit wider than this one. This one's a little bit gray, but it is the same design, so I think it will kind of be the same as well. It is plastic, which, like with a more expensive wheel, it is metal most of the time, which may look a little bit more luxurious and is a little bit stronger. But for this price, I think it will just be fine, because it does feel very strong. It does look like it will fall apart, so that's nice. But let's just take the wheel out. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. That's what I expected. It's very low again. I don't know why, but they definitely saved some money on making it very short. They could have made some longer legs. Yeah. Okay, there's also some, oh, can't really get that. Okay, yes. Some protective materials underneath here. That is nice. This time the splash pan is actually on top of the wheel. Last time I had to get it on top of there by myself, which was kind of a struggle. But if you know how the system works, it works just fine. But it's nice that it's already on top of it. It is a little bit loose, and from the look of it, it is the same splash pan as the other wheel. So far, no differences. Let's first look at some detailing, because I already see some things, but I want to give you some close-ups, and I'll tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it, and then we'll try it out. First of all, the wheel top is very nice and shiny. I like that. It feels very strong, so that's also a good thing. Like I just said, the splash pan is a little bit loose, which can be not the greatest, but I mean, it is okay. It probably does what it needs to do, which is like catch up all of the slip that is flying off of the wheel. Then looking at the wheel itself, it is very strong, it is metal, and this looks really nice. Let's take a look on the other side as well. Here, like the angles here are quite neat, looks quite good. With the previous wheel, all of these sides were a little bit messy and I hope they would have just added a little bit of more work in there. So actually I like this wheel already better than the previous wheel, but I of course don't know how it throws yet. Then this thing looks quite professional as well, I think. It is plastic, but that's okay. I'm not entirely sure what you're supposed to do with the buttons. There's a plus and a minus. So maybe you can like turn it faster and slower on here, but I assume you will do that with your foot. Altogether, a nice looking wheel. Okay, one thing that I don't really like about the look, it's a little bit hard to record, but when I'm recording against the light, you can see there are little like bumps on the wheel, which I'm not a big fan of. This doesn't really affect how the wheel works, of course. But yeah, I would have liked it to be just a little bit flatter because it just looks a little bit messy because of that. Now it is time to actually try it out and see if it actually turns and if I can actually throw on it. Let's plug it in and we'll see what happens. This one has a button and it says test, light, reset. Okay, I am going to read the manual because I don't want this thing to explode. Do we have like a get started thingy? Okay, that is what I was thinking. There's a little plus and a min sign on the side of the wheel and you also have the pedal, but you can just use either one of them. If you don't like to use your foot for the pedal, you can also just do it manually with your hands. I personally like to use your foot because otherwise the whole wheel will be covered in clay when you're throwing. And when you're throwing, you sometimes just want to stop the wheel while you're holding clay and you don't want to let go of it to stop the wheel on the side of the wheel. But I guess it is nice that that is possible. Okay, I'm just going to press this reset button. Reset buttons scare me, but I'm just going to press it. Okay, a light starts. Ooh, it made a sound. It's quite cool that there are lights in this thing. I did not expect that. Ooh, okay. I think I turned it on. It feels like touchscreen because it's not like really a button, but it's on and off. I love that. Okay, it feels very professional and I'm loving it. Then I think if I press here, it will just go up and then it will start spinning. So let's try. Okay, 60. I don't know what 60 means. Maybe 60 miles per hour. I have no idea what that means. We go higher, but that's nice because then you can just adjust the speed. Ooh. It can go very fast, okay. Oh, I thought it stopped at 200. Oh, look, here's a button and it goes from hand adjustment to foot adjustment. So if I hit that, I can now use the pedal, I guess. Okay, love that. Turn it off real quick. One thing that I'm seeing, which I'm not happy about and which I kind of hate and which wasn't the case with the cheap other wheel that I did a year ago. I'm going to give you a close look of this. As you can see, it makes a little bit of a clicking sound, but I hope you can see this, but it's hard to record. Do you hear that like bumping sound? If I look very closely, but I don't think you can see it on camera, but I'm not entirely sure. But it's the whole top of the wheel is bumping up and down a little bit, and that is kind of the worst thing that can happen to a wheel because that makes throwing a lot more difficult. Okay, I'm a little bit scared for the little bump in the wheel because that's not great. I also don't know if every wheel has that, but I'm just going to throw on it and see how much problems it gives me when I'm throwing. Because like I just can see it a little bit, but I hardly see it on camera. So it's just also just like a slightly bit. But like a good wheel should just have a perfectly centered and flat wheel head, because if the wheel is bumpy, then your clay will also be bumpy and that makes the centering a lot harder. I put the wheel a little bit higher so that it can just sit up straight and just sit in my normal throwing position. Okay, honestly, I'm not entirely sure what the bumpy thing in the wheel is because I just took a little bit of a closer look, and when I just put one finger on it, you can just feel that it is centered. So the top is centered, but like when I go to a higher speed and spin the wheel faster, then it starts shaking. But I thought that the wheel head, like the metal thing on top, was a little bit wobbly. But apparently when I go to a faster speed, just the whole machine itself starts wobbling, I think. Yeah, because when I hold the splash pan, I also feel it like boing, 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 and we don't like that. We really do not like that, so that's unfortunate. I'm not happy about that, and most of the time I'm happy. Yeah, I'm just going to throw on it, see if I can do that. I wet the bed a little bit so that the clay will stick. Then I attach it. And then we just start throwing and we'll see what happens. let's discuss a little bit about my experience while throwing. No, I'm sorry to say it, but it's just not the best wheel. So it looks nice, yes. Splash pan works perfectly, catches all of the slip. It spins in 2 directions. It has a foot pedal. You can also direct it with your hands, so you can also put it on the table if you'd like. That's nice. There's just one thing that's, in my opinion, the most important thing, and that is just that the top of the wheel is nice and steady and doesn't shake at all. And this one just has a little bump in it. I first thought that it was the metal of the bed itself, but that's not the case. It's just the whole wheel that kind of starts shaking when it starts turning a little bit faster. So I think it's just the engine that's just trying to keep up with the pace or something, I don't know. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed about that, because that was not the case with the wheel that I reviewed a year ago. They still sell that wheel. I also think that that wheel is like 220 euros or something, and this one is just 130. So that's also quite a big price difference. So this wheel may be less good than that wheel, also because that wheel is more expensive. Maybe the engine in that wheel is more expensive, I don't know. But yeah, that is a little bit disappointing about this wheel. Overall, would I recommend it, and in which case I would recommend it? If you really want to get serious about pottery, I would not recommend this wheel, to be honest. If you want to throw every day or multiple times a week, I would just not recommend this wheel. Other wheel I would recommend more. I would watch that video if you'd like. But when you're, for example, just want to try out pottery just for a fun weekend, or maybe you just want to do it, I don't know, once a month, or you just want to, maybe you're just going into summer this year and you're like, oh, what am I going to do this summer? You know what, I'm going to buy a cheap pottery wheel and I'm going to just have a little bit of fun with clay, then this wheel is just fine for you. You can be able to throw things on it. As you can see, I just threw a mug. It was just a little bit harder to center the clay. Also, side note, I don't know if every wheel is bumpy. It's also possible that it's just this wheel, and that if you buy the same wheel it isn't bumpy, or that some wheels are bumpy and some aren't. I also hope bumpy is the right word for it, but I don't know how else to describe it. If you're just wanting to do like a little project, maybe with your kids, and you're like, oh, we just want to have some fun with clay, you can get this wheel and you can try it. You can have fun on it, you can throw on it, you can do whatever you'd like. But I think that if you just want to do it more often, then the bumping in this wheel can be a little bit annoying, and then I would recommend to buy a more expensive wheel. And then it's your choice to either go for a Vevor wheel that's like a little bit more expensive, but also a little bit better in my opinion and my experience, or for maybe even a Shimpo. But this one isn't available anymore and I bought it second hand. You can also look for a second hand wheel from a different brand. But a new Shimpo wheel would cost like 1,000 or even 1,500. So yeah, if you're just looking for a fun pottery project, this wheel is just fine. But then I would kind of see it like something to play with instead of something to work with, if that makes sense. It is small, so you can easily put it away. You can just drag it in your kitchen when you feel like it. So maybe in that case, this wheel is nice for you. But I, as a professional potter, I've been making pottery for 7 years, and I kind of do it full time in combination with making videos and social media content and workshop videos. I, as a full-time potter, would not use this wheel. But I honestly do regularly use this other wheel from Vevor, so they do have great wheels, but I just don't think that this one is the greatest. Even though I really like the little thing on the side. So yeah, okay, overall, you can buy this wheel if you just want to have some fun with clay, but if you're a little bit more serious about it, I would recommend a different wheel. If you haven't seen the other video about the other Vevor wheel yet, I will link it down below, so I would definitely check that out as well if you haven't seen it yet. And oh yeah, if you are going to buy this wheel and are going to just play with it a little bit, and you do want to buy it, then please use the link in the description so that Vevor knows that I sent you. And it is also affiliate marketing link, so that means that I get a small commission out of you buying it without you paying extra money. So that would be nice. So if you buy it, please use that link. If you buy the other wheel from the other video, I also have a link in that description, so please use that link. And yeah, furthermore, I hope you are doing great. It's been some time since I uploaded a video. I just had some things going on and I was just busy. I've also been busy with pottery things behind the scenes, which I'm not able to talk about yet. I've decided to just launch it when it's finished, and it's not finished yet. I think it's finished in September, but a big project is coming up. So I'm not gone, I'm just working without recording myself, because sometimes that also needs to happen. And it's also summer, so I also went on a vacation, and I'm also going on another vacation with my boyfriend's family to Germany, which is going to be great. But yeah, I'm doing good. Just a little live update on the end. I thought it would be fun if you even care. I don't know, maybe you already clicked away. If you all are still watching, thank you for watching. And I hope to see you in the next video. And I hope you enjoy your day. And I hope you enjoy your pottery journey. If you maybe start with a wheel from Vevor or another wheel, I hope you enjoy your pottery journey. Maybe you already make pottery. keep going. I hope you like it. I hope to see you in another video. You can also follow me on Instagram at Calder van Andel. Furthermore, bye bye and enjoy life. Bye bye.